बीपीएससी टीआरई 3 में 9 to 10 के जितने भी कंप्यूटर साइंस के क्वेश्चंस हैं आज मैं उन्हें कराने वाला हूं। आप वीडियो में बने रहिए, आपको बहुत मजा आने वाला है। तो देखिए, फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन हमारा क्या है, द ऑक्टल नंबर ऑफ 651.124 ऑक्टल इज इक्विवेलेंट। इसे ऑक्टल है, इसको हमें हेक्साडेसिमल में कन्वर्ट करना है तो हमें कितना आएगा फ्रेंड्स। अगर इसे हमें ऑक्टल है तो पहले इसे बाइनरी में कर लीजिए, फिर 4 का पेयर बना के आप उसमें हेक्साडेसिमल में कर सकते हैं। जब भी कन्वर्ट करा तो इसमें कुछ नहीं है, तो ये नॉन ऑफ दिस आंसर आएगा। Which characteristics of a IC in a digital circuit represent function of the switching time of a particular transistor is propagation delay? What are the basic gates in most logic family? NAND or NOR? How many AND gates are required to construct a 4-bit parallel multiplier? If 4-bit parallel binary adder are given, 16 to an input AND gates. Priority encoder has 4 inputs, I0, I1 and I2 and I3, where I3 has the highest priority and I0 has the lowest priority. Then if I2 is equal to I, what will be the output? 10. Which of these are allowed to activate and deactivate multiplexer is enable pin? Which of the following is full form of CISC? एक RISC होता है, एक CISC होता है। तो CISC देख लीजिए, complex instruction set of computer. In order to read multiple bytes of a row at the same time, we make use of shift register. The memory devices which are similar to EEPROM is but differ in the cost effectiveness is flash memory. Method is used to map logical addresses of variable length into physical memory segmentation. Which of the following is not the application of stack? Data transfer between two asynchronous process. This is a correct answer. What is the need of circular queue? Effective users of memory. Which of the following is the most widely used external memory data structure is B tree? What is the time complexity of inserting at the end in dynamic arrays? Either ON and ON and ON, O1 and ON. This is a correct answer. Linked lists are suitable for implementation of binary search. Which of the following sorting algorithm can be used to sort random linked list and with a minimum time complexity is merge sort? Which of the following tree data structure is not a balanced binary tree is B tree? Which of the following application make use of a circular linked list? Allocating CPU to resources. Which data structure are considered linear? Stack. What is the worst case time to complexity of the binary tree sort? O(n) square. Consider the original array 17, 8, 12, 4, 26. How many comparisons are needed to construct the BST on the original array is none of the above. Bellman-Ford algorithm is an example of dynamic programming. Fractional case knapsack problem is solved most efficiently by which of following algorithm is greedy algorithm? Who published the first solution of the 8-pin puzzle is more than of the above? Which of the following is the biggest advantage of selection sort is it requires only n swaps under any conditions. What is the main function of the command in interpreter is to get and execute the next user specified command. Which one of the following is not a true? Kernel is made up of various modules which cannot be loaded in a running operating system. Which one of the following is not a real-time operating system is Palm OS. What does a OS X has? Hybrid kernel. In a time-share operating system, when the time slot assigned to a process is completed, the process switches from the current state to ready state. A deadlock avoidance algorithm dynamically examines the dash to ensure that circular wait condition can never exist is resource allocation state. The operating system maintains a dash table that keeps track of how many frames have been allocated, how many are there, and how many are available is frame. For real-time operating system, interrupt and latency should be minimal. What are the characteristics of stack-based IDSs? They are integrated closely with the TCP and IP stack and host packets. On system where There are multiple operating systems. The decision to load particular one is done by bootloader. What is compaction? A technique for overcoming external fragmentation. What is the reason for using the MFU page replacement algorithm is an actively used page should have a large reference count. Which of the data can be stored in the database? More than one of the above. Which of the following is not a feature of DBMS? Single use access only. Which of the following is not a function of the database is analyzing code? Which command is used to remove a relation from an SQL drop table? Which forms have a relational relation that contains information about a single entity is 3 enough? The top level of the hierarchy consists of each of which can be contain catalogs and schemas. Which of the following is correct according to that technology deployment of DBMS is logs are used to maintain transactional in integrity and consistency. What is the instance of a database? The state of database system at any point of time. What is the term of an endpoint of inter process communication flow across computer network is socket? Which layer does the data link layer takes packets from the encapsulate them into frames for transmission is network layer. Which type network shares the communications channel among all the machine is broadcast network. Which topology require a multiple multi-point connections bus topology. When discussing IDS and IPS, what is a signature? Attack definition file. Which of the following networks extend a private network across public network is virtual private network? Which type of transmission is involved in a communication between a computer and keyboard is simplex? Who proposed the spiral model is Barry Boehm. Software patch is defined as more than one of the above. 4GT models is a set of case tools. Which one of the following is not a software process quality is timeliness? Which among the following does not come under OP concept is platform independent? In which access should a constructor be defined so that object of the class can be created in any function is public? What type of protocol is HTTP? Stateless. What does MIME stand for? Multi-purpose Internet Mail Extension. Which of the looping statement is are supported by PSP? First, second, third, and fourth. Which function should be used to sort the array? Natural order is net case sort 0. What are the scripting languages? The programming language that trade off simplicity for protections. Under which of the following operation NFA is used is not closed negotiation. Let T PQRST the number of string S star of the length 4 such that no symbols can be repeated. 120. Which of the following string do not belong the given regular expression A star and A plus CBA is more than one of the above? The following denotation belong to which of the type is जी अगर इतना दे रखा है तो कितना आएगा आपका आंसर कंटेस्ट फ्री ग्रामर ये है दिस इज द करेक्ट आंसर विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग इज नॉट एन IoT प्लेटफॉर्म फ्लिपकार्ट which layer is used for a wireless connection in a IoT device is the data link layer. Which of the following is not a sensor in IoT? More than one of the above. IoT gateway must provide is more than one of the above. Which of the following is an application? Artificial intelligence is language understanding and problem solving, test analytic and NLP. What does the biasing network provided? Complete description of the domain. Which search method takes less memory? Depth first search. E-commerce has scope than e-businesses or digital business is wider. This e-commerce commercial enterprises model specifically specialization in selling services or product online is online direct marketing. Real-time streaming protocol is used in more than one of the above. The expansion for MIDI is musical instrument digital interface. The dash input addresses the different style of different user is multisensory. Which of the following is not a utility of DBMS is the process organization. Thank you guys. Have a nice day. Jai Hind. Jai Bharat.